Hi, this is Mark Hardy from 30minutepr.com, and today's tip is about headlines. Now, as you can see where I am right now, I'm actually in Bali, and I'm staying in a villa, and the villa is high above the city. And when you write the right headline, that's the same effect, as you're high above the crowd. You have all the other ads and blog posts and articles and press releases, and your press release stands out, or your whatever piece of content you're doing, because you're high above the crowd. How do you get there? Well, here are a couple tips. I actually have 3 blunders that people make when they do headlines, and you should avoid them. The first blunder is you don't write enough of them. When I used to work in an ad agency, it would be pretty common for me to write 200 headlines. In fact, over the course of my career, I've probably written over 10,000 headlines. Now, you don't have to write 200 headlines, but what happens is the more you write headlines, the more you get into the flow of what is the most compelling information that you can communicate about your product or service. So, blunder number 1, you don't write enough headlines. Blunder number 2 is you don't repurpose the headlines you don't end up using. For example, a lot of times, headlines that you don't use for a headline make great subheads. They also may make great lead-ins to your central point. Maybe you can also repurpose them into the body copy. And the most important blunder of all is you write a headline that's basically a label when it really needs to be a hook. And one way, here's a bonus tip, one way you can create a hook is put a question mark in your headline. When you do that, it creates interactivity and actually draws people into what you're saying. So this is Mark Hardy from 30minutepr.com. Today's tip, headlines.